I am live. It's 3, 2, 1. Shalom from Puerto Rico. This is, I think, my attempt at making this video. I am exhausted. As you can see, the light's gone already. I'm in my balcony because my dog is going to get loud inside if he sees me recording this. So I'm in my balcony and the lighting is no good. But you can hear me, and that's what's important. I'm here to talk about this new moon Shabbat in Leo that just occurred, that we just entered. Um, Basically, a new moon is like the beginning of the month. Although we have a man made calendar that takes us from day 1 to 30, we also have this magnificent calendar that the Creator made for us, the great I am, and that is based on watching the moon. It's quite simple. But of course, humans twist and complicate everything. And, we're basically at a point where we're literally trying to unlearn that which we were taught. And we now know not to be the full truth, right? Um, all sorts of conspiracy theories and stuff that, right? It's almost like we're unlearning so that we can learn again. Unlearning what we were taught so that we can learn again. So when we are dealing with a new moon in Leo, we're dealing with things that we're passionate about. We're dealing with things that that our heart is truly into. Things. Leos are very demanding. Leos are, looked at as demanding, fiery, strong. Yet we have very good hearts, almost, soft hearts. We can be softies, especially when it comes to, things of justice, righteousness, children, and that sort of thing. So that, that's when you'll see the true lion come out. When we see injustice, when we see children being heard, and that sort of thing. So we become roaring liars for righteousness. I love being a Leo. Um, and so let's talk a bit about this and how it will affect you. Currently, we're under all these retrogrades that are still affecting all of us in one way or another, and they're moving, in and out. We have a few of them that will be going direct by the end of this month, which is good. One of them is Mercury, the Mercury retrograde. The other, it's Mercury and Mars. Those two retrogrades will be going direct at the end of August, which is wonderful because it means that we, don't have to worry so much about our thinking process, whether we're making the right decision or something, or if we're being too impulsive, um, or it's just, whether, we're saying the right thing even, because when there's a Mars retrograde and a Mercury retrograde together, then we could, maybe out of impulsiveness say something that we shouldn't have, or say something that once we say we can't take back. Okay. It's a great time to speak your truth, but we have to be careful in how we speak it. Okay. Um, the most important thing that I want to leave you with when there's a new moon in Leo is that you have to focus on what you're passionate about. When people hear the word passion, right away they think of sexuality, when in reality, passion, to me, is nothing more than that which you just love, crazy about, and that you want to put your whole soul into, and that which drives you. Because Leo rules childhood also. It's amazing how, in childhood already we have a pretty good idea of what we're, in adulthood, be happy with if we focus on. So that what I'm trying to say with this is, think about or go back, because of the retrogrades. It's, perfect time. This is how, retrograde can be good, you see. And it's in that you can utilize it to go back, revise, and then make better decisions to move forward with. So that um, it's just great timing to go to your, back to your childhood dreams and passions, and then, revise them, and move forward with them. If we were going to look at it astrologically, one house at a time, then for the house of Aries, this would mean Aries. You really, need to think about, what it was that you were, crazy and passionate about as a little kid, and just doing that now. This is the perfect time to do it. Stop waiting, Aries, because until you're doing that which you were the best at as a kid, you may not be truly happy as an adult. Okay. If you're Taurus, this new moon in Leo is telling you, Taurus, it may be a good time for you to invest your time, energy, and even money, okay, into and finances into that which are passionate about, especially that which you were passionate about as a child. So don't doubt it, okay. Um, Stop doubting it, okay, and realize that until you do that which you love, you're not going to be fully happy. So Taurus, it is okay to invest your time, energy, and finances into that which you're passionate about. If you are a Gemini, then a new moon in Leo for you will go something like this. Leo, what was it that you loved so much as a kid? Did you go to school for that? Did you educate yourself in that? It might be something that you might want to educate, study, research, or go to school for. Because you might surprise, yourself in how much you love it and how much you'll thrive in it, because it is something that you're passionate about and that you loved as a kid. Um, Also, for you, Gemini, this may be a time that brings up past childhood school friends. It may bring up communication with childhood friends, with school friends, with cousins, family, that, father side of the family. Communication opens to the father side of the family, family from the father side, from your father side of the family that you maybe haven't communicated with for a while. Communicating with your father, or that fatherly energy in your life if you haven't for a while. Focusing on your kids' education, and maybe going back to a reading routine and that sort of thing. Um, um, School and children, teaching that which you're passionate about, studying that which you're passionate about, taking a trip to that place that you're passionate about taking that trip to, or planning that trip to going back to that place, of your childhood dream, or where you actually grew up and you haven't been to in a while. If you are a Cancer, then with this moon, you will want to um, possibly, focus on maybe opening yourself up to communicating things um, to the females in your life, whether it's your mother, your wife, your girlfriend, your sisterhood, about things that that you went through in childhood. Maybe speaking to your mother about childhood things that maybe you may not be over with, and you want to talk about things about that. Um, Maybe um, considering having children or motherhood, and maybe a good time to maybe meditate upon it, think about it, talk to maybe your family about it, your father about it, the possible father or future father about it. It's just well aspected to also like go back and look into household, childhood upbringing, and that sort of thing. Mostly feeding your passions as a female, as a woman, as a mother, okay? Feeding the passions of your household and your family. Um, if Excuse me, Apollo, you're interrupting me. Can you bring that inside, please? Um, for the House of Leo, um, if you're a Leo, then most definitely this new moon will, have a great effect on you. And the best thing that I can advise a Leo is to, make sure that, you're back into that which you love, back into that which you were passionate about in childhood, because you're a Leo, which means that you definitely have to do what you're passionate about to thrive in life. And most likely you knew what it was, as a child. And if you don't know, as an adult, what it is that might what your where your purpose may lie, go back to when you were a kid, and that which you loved so much, and you wanted to do, and you looked up to, and you thought was wonderful. um Go back to that, bring that back to now, feed that, okay? Feed your passions, Leo. Also, feed your inner child. Work any leftover residue things that you need to work on, with the fatherly energy in your life, and realize that until you do so, you may not reach your fullest personal potential. Okay, it's something that occurs as we deal with that fatherly energy in our lives. When with with the mom, it helps with manifesting. With the dad, it helps with personal power. And because you're a Leo, then it's something that you'll have to, Leos, rule a whole father figure, whether it's your earthly father or your spiritual father. So, and that's another great thing to suggest to you, that you don't forget that there's that greater energy, okay, that greater am that can act as a father to you if your father's no longer on this earthly plane. Or that can be there for your orphan child. Like for me, I'm a single parent, and to me, Yahweh takes care of all my child's need. It's almost like, Yahweh is my son's father. Really, he provides everything that my child needs, in a supernatural ways, because I put my trust in Yahweh. If you're a Virgo, you must feed um, your passions as well. But in your case, it's something that you must do daily, okay? Because you rule daily routines, and it's something that as you do will even feed and nurture your health. For a Virgo, if you're not doing what you love and you're passionate about, then what could occur is health deterioration, right? Mental deterioration or mental health deterioration. So work every day on doing that which you love. And sometimes that may not be possible, but if you can work towards that a little bit, or doing a little bit of that which you love daily, then you're bound to feel more healthy overall, mentally, physically, psychologically. um, Also consider helping children, or a cause with children. um, if you're Libra, consider feeding your passions to the point where you have a great foundation of that which you love and you're passionate about, which will give you individual happiness before then, bringing that into a partnership. It would just guarantee a healthier outcome in the partnerships if, when you join these partnerships, you're already, in a sound base with that which you are passionate about. Scorpio. Scorpio, Leo can bring a child, can bring a belly. Okay, be careful, but it can also bring new ideas. Okay, new beginnings of all sorts. Scorpio, it's a great time for you to let go of that which no longer serves you, and do that which you're passionate about and you love this as a kid. The time is now for you to just give birth to that. As you know, you're the regenerator that can regenerate. Okay, and it doesn't matter what you've been through, you can always become new. Think about that which made you happy in childhood and bring that again into your life. Regenerate yourself through that and do it again. Okay, bring it in, and focus on that which you love. If you're a Sagittarius, okay, connect with childhood friends, communicate with them as well, similar to Gemini. Consider taking maybe a trip, okay, and with childhood friends. Consider communicating with your father's side of the family. Be careful in how you communicate with your children. Consider teaching children. Consider studying something that relates to children. Um, Communicate that which you're passionate about. Um, Visit childhood friends, visit childhood places, visit places you were passionate about visiting when you were a child. Speak truth, okay? Speak truth. Speak, that which makes you feel alive. If you're a Capricorn, you must go back to that which you loved as a child, bring that into your present time, and do that in your career. If you do not incorporate that which you're passionate about into your career, you'll never be happy at work. It is of most important that a Capricorn, which are the best doing business entrepreneurship and having their own businesses, it is important that you consider that you consider, if you're not sure what you should do, your own company, or your own, do your work, being self-employed in what area, consider that which you were very passionate about in childhood, and doing that now, and considering a career in that. And even if it's not something that you actually went to school for, it's something that you may want to consider if it'll bring you happiness because you were so passionate about it as a kid. um, Aquarius, um, last full moon was all about you, taking the mask off, um, being authentic. Um, this moon then is pushing you towards continuing that path of self authenticity, following your bliss, following your heart, and doing that which you're passionate about. Again, once again, understanding with you is all about understanding. So basically, the message for an Aquarius in this new moon is, Aquarius, until you become aware of that which brings you passion, or in that which you're passionate about, you may not fully thrive. So understand that once you are there, once you're doing that which you're passionate about, you will, and you come to an understanding of what it is that brings you, that makes you, that you're passionate about. That's when you will thrive. So find your passion, and don't be afraid of what others may think of you following that passion, because most likely it's something that is not normal, or doesn't follow the social standards. It doesn't matter. If it's your passion, you must follow it. So please do. I'm almost done, Apollo. Um, if you're Pisces, um, then Pisces is a great time for you to tap into your spiritual potential. Okay, most likely as a child, you suffer from nightmares, dream time that was very powerful and different than others. Um, and it's because you're the dreamer of the zodiac. You rule spiritual, you're the spiritual life, the unconscious things. You rule karma, ups and downs, psychological things, humanitarian things. So for you, it's important to again serve in those areas in which you're passionate about. Okay, because that's where you were um, shine the most. Also, um, um, don't forget um, that as a Pisces, you need to be spiritually strong, okay? Um, so that you thrive, okay? You need to have a good, you need to feel secured in order to thrive, because sometimes, you things, following, well, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Well, the thing with this new moon is that if you plant things towards those things that you dreamed of as a kid, then you're bound to feel more secured, overall. And so I suggest that you go back to those childhood dreams that for whatever reason you have not completed, and that you put your heart into it completely, and understand that dreams do come true, and that as a Pisces, you're the best dreamer. So follow that dream. Don't stop dreaming, because dreams do come true. Visualize it, dream about it daily, feed that passion daily, and you are going to see that one step at a time, that dream will come true for you, Pisces. Namaste and shalom, my brethren. Shalom. I hope I didn't skip a tribe like I did before. This is my fifth time making the video. It's been a long day. Excuse my dog barking now while we're in the house of Pisces. Makes complete sense, because Pisces rules pets as well. Um, one card per house. Aries. Believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself, and do believe in the fact that if you follow that wish you love, you will thrive in it. Taurus. If you're a Taurus, exercise, Taurus, okay? It may be that you overate, maybe you've been overeating or something. Remember that it's both exercise and diet, and that because you're Taurus, throughout your life you may have to deal with diet related things or food related issues in different areas of your life. Be careful that you don't eat over emotional things. You may have to deal with childhood things, okay, that make you overeat or emotionally eat, or out of feelings eat, or traumas eat, or feelings of things that you might have gone through that you hide through your food and your diet. You're being told that you need to exercise. If you're a Gemini, it is a great time for you to speak gratitude. Okay, that means to take time daily to say thank you. I'm grateful for this and that, and all the good in my life. If you're from the tribe of Cancer, romance, okay? If you need help in bringing romance into your relationships, know that Yahweh can help you. The angels are there to help you, and that all you have to do is ask, okay? Yahweh and his army of angels can definitely help bring romance back into your relationships, okay? Especially if you may be a single parent like I am, or a mother, and that is busy with motherhood and something, and you can't find time to date or and that sort of thing, then you know what? Ask the angels. They might just suddenly bring you across the right meeting or something, and you'll meet that special person. Or if you're so busy with your mother and that you can't take time for romance, ask Yahweh to help you and bring you in the Esther angels and stuff, so that you can nourish your relationships through romance, okay? If you're a Leo, okay, it may be time for you to step back and relax, get a massage, get your feet rubbed, get in a tub with some um, flowers or oils, and indulge in some self-care. Okay, I'm feeling this. I am exhausted. It's been a tough week, so I'm going to take this advice and follow through. If you're a Virgo, be yourself. Okay, you're perfect the way you are. Okay, so don't feel like you have to act a different way in front of others so they accept you. You know, you're perfect as you are, and you're being reminded of that, Virgo. If you're a Libra, okay, you're being told that your prayers are being heard. Okay, um, um, they're like little seeds. Okay, prayers are like seeds, and you're being told those prayers are being heard and they're going to be answered. Okay. If you are a Scorpio, it's time that you start meditating, create a new routine meditating. Okay, meditating is a great alternative to medication and many other things. It changes life, it regenerates. So that goes perfect with a Scorpio. If you're Sag, you're being told, okay, to consult an expert before possibly moving towards that which you are planning on doing or taking on. Okay, that new thing that you may be thinking of taking on. It doesn't mean don't do it. It just means consult an expert in the subject or in the area before moving forward with it. If you're a Capricorn, you're being told that it may be a good time to rest. Um, you've been working hard. Capricorns rule the career area and self entrepreneurship and self employment, that sort of thing. And they're telling you that you've been working hard, and it will be a good idea to take a rest or take a nap, okay, or take time to rest from work, So don't be a workaholic. If you're an Aquarius, simplify your life, okay. When you're being told to simplify, in this particular card, what you're being told is that it may be a good idea to minimalize and clear your space. Okay, open space, clear, and as you do, you open up the flow for things into your life, and to become aware of how that occurs. That when you clean up clutter, you open the way for things to flow into your life or through your life. And if you're Pisces, oh, you're getting a soulmate card. Okay, so I would pray and meditate upon a spiritual base for the soulmate relationship. Okay, so congratulations if this is coming your way. Embrace it, be grateful for it, but more than anything, make sure that you surrender it to Yahweh, because when you surrender your relationships to the great I am, they just flow better. Okay, so it may be that they're going around you, or that they're confirming that you are with your soulmate. If not, then you know what, there's a possibility that there's a soulmate potential around. Okay, congratulations for that. And last but not least, this is for all of us. It's time to set our standards higher. Okay. It's okay to go through hardships and sacrifice in life, because Leo is about that. Okay. However, okay, don't get comfortable in that place of having to, sacrifice for everything. Okay. Reach for the stars. Okay. You do, deserve better. We all, yeah, what wants good for all of us, and it's not that we should walk around thinking that we deserve better. No, but yeah, one wants you to know that you can, that you should reach higher, that you can do better. Okay, and that if you reach for the stars, then you're gonna receive them. But you have to do that yourself. You have to reach towards that. If you stay here, then this is all you're gonna get. But if you reach towards that, then you have a better chance of getting that. Let's reach for that. Okay. Um, we are greater than most of the time than we think we are. Okay, we are um, children of a great creator. We're children of the great I am. Okay, so we're being told to to just not forget that, and to set our standards higher. Because when we forget who we are, then we tend to settle for that which which may be coming at the moment, instead of that um, which we deserve. Okay, yes, as the children of this great I am that we are, because the great I am wants what's best for you. I mean, we weren't created to suffer. Okay, we were created to remember who we are. Okay, and as we do that, then you can live more joyfully. Especially when you remember, and this new moon is great for that with Leo, and that childhood energy is that for a while I used to live frustrated and in bitterness, being a single parent, until I realized that really my joy didn't come. It comes from within me, and as long as you're clear on that, then then you stop feeling like a victim and you realize, no, I have to step it up, or I have to turn, that light switch on if it was off, um, and reach for the stars. Okay. Um, Namaste and shalom. Okay. You are children of the great I am. You're royalty, spiritual royalty. Okay. All angels' eyes are on us. Don't forget that. Okay. You are wonderfully and fiercely made. Okay. Yawa's creation. Shalom. Shalom. Namaste.